Okay, I can't sit like this. I just got to be little. I don't feel like I went down much, but I did. 10 days of Mr. Shy. Of Shy, Mr. When should we have our next meeting? All right, I got work today. Then do we want to talk or message her later tonight? Hey, Young, when are you free? Don't we have a department meeting too? Then I won't be able to go because of the assignment. What? No way. Young, if you don't come, many other guys won't come too today. I'm definitely gonna ask Young to go out on a date. Just one question. Just ask her the question. I practiced all day yesterday. Hey, Young, wanna go and get something to eat with me? Hey, Young, wanna? Then I'll go if John Opa goes. Respectful, y'all know, it's a few older males. Hey, what are you doing at the class today? Should I come too at the class? My stomach's rumbling again. I better get going. See you in the next class. Bathroom, swoosh. Hasn't Jawan gotten so weird lately? Well, he's been famous for his shyness since our freshman year. Haha. Still, it wasn't that bad before. Well, whatever. It'd be more fun without him there anyway. John Opa. Oh, her little crush. She got really professed with me. You worked really very hard. So far, you satisfied all the requirements. So all you have to do is your own case study and write one short dissertation. I'm a candidate for early graduation. Anyway, I'm just letting you know. So while I'm on my business trip, write up a plan for some case studies. Stop. She's thinking, are you leaving? I did put the case study analyst for Nari Troll's panic disorder on my desk. So have a look at it. I wrote it up according to Professor Chu's style. So they'll probably help with your early graduation evaluation. What's all this? Doesn't he normally hate the Shade's research? She's working hard for Nari's case. So this should be okay, right? Anyway, it's a little bit sudden and surprising. But early graduation? Me? I can finally go to a graduate school research lab. Woohoo! How should I get ready for the case study? Excited. Should I ask Professor Song? Oh, Professor O. It'll probably be better to ask Professor Song. Knock, knock. Excuse me. Sunji, are you there? Jahan? I didn't know you like Nayan. I have no idea. Don't act like that. I'm being serious. Don't be shy. Just ask her out. I really want to, but I'm so shy. And since I had to retake the college entrance exam, I didn't really have any friends. But Nayan was the one who included me in her group. Hey, why do you always eat alone? You retook the college entrance exam? Being a year older than everyone else, not a big deal. I'll call you Opa then, okay? Okay. Young had a complete opposite personality to my inverted personality, so she always took care of me. Jawan Opa, are you going to eat along again? I got paid today. I'll treat you. Opa, can you help me with my report? Every time I try to be courageous in front of her, Young, today, would you like to gird my stomach? She probably thinks I'm weird or some kind of idiot. Seems like you have IBS to me. What? What? I mean, irritable bowel syndrome. Yeah, maybe. It's a chronic illness in which symptoms of stomach pain and diarrhea occasionally surface in spite of the body being in normal condition. In many cases, people experience stomach aches for no reason before important tests, interviews, or dates. And the illness is considered psychological. In many cases, the case is known to be stress, so a lot of research is being done on the psychological causes for it. Of course, there are psychological causes for IBS, but have you been to a hospital? Well, that's not all. I'm so shy, so I can't speak in front of people, and I shake a lot. I get especially nervous when I talk to girls. Maybe it could be a social anxiety disorder, since it brings IBS sometimes. Soon it'll be Young's birthday, and I really want to tell her how I feel. I don't know about clinical psychology, but I heard that shyness can be treated with counseling, so please help me out. Well, the professor's away on business trip now. Can't you help me out, so young? What? The professor's scary. Considering he's able to talk with me like this, fear of public speaking, social anxiety, It doesn't seem like a severe social anxiety. So all you have to do is your own case study and write one short dissection. Okay, so this could be our case. Should I give it a shot? Yeah, let's give it a shot. Social anxiety disorder. People become obsessed with how other people will look at them, and they begin to feel anxiety and fear of being in front of others. There are several concrete cases for it, but there are a lot of cases reported in Korea and Japan. In which cautious people are very sensitive to how others view them. Like other phobias, the patient's heartbeat speeds up and they may start to sweat. This can be accomplished by symptoms of being frozen in place or being unable to speak. That's what the book says. Now, the principle for counseling is, hey, Joanne, how about we talk a bit before I give you a test? Oh, sure. Will you usually feel anxious and uncomfortable? I will when I do have a presentation or talk to girls. What about when you stop a stranger in the street to ask them for time or directions? Oh, well, I hardly ever do that. I'll probably be uncomfortable. All right. What do you think when you're What do you think when you're anxious? Can you tell me in more detail? What? In detail? I think I get nervous that I'll make a mistake, or that I'll look stupid for shaking too much. A mistake? When did you start experiencing this anxiety? Since I was a kid, I've always been afraid of standing in front of people. Oh yeah. Has there been a time when it got worse? It odds got much worse since I came to the university. Since you came to the university, have you experienced an especially bad rejection or refusal before? I actually never confessed to a girl before. I see. Everybody crying. Woo, good job, John. This is known as criteria for social anxiety and evasion. It's a simple questionnaire, so fill it out before you leave, okay? Sian? Yeah, thank you. I'm always nervous when I talk to girls, but you're really easy to be around. Is that an insult or a compliment? Juwan, 21. He always had an inverted personality, but has gotten more severe since entering university. As it was a new environment and there are lots of presentation lately, but it's not the level of severe social anxiety. With social anxiety, there are cases where it has gotten worse due to a concrete experience, and cases where it's caused by a vague sense of anxiety in spite of being no real cause. John said it was the latter one. So if I write up a treatment plan like this, good. I'll be able to treat his case. Okay. At the same time, Dr. Frost. This is impossible. I'm sure this is what the academy is. Reconfirm that he's terrible with directions. Coordinate. I need to coordinate. For 10 days, the professor is on an academic business trip. And by pure coincidence, it's Nayeon's birthday in 10 days. Good. I'll be able to treat this case. Hey, Joanne, we're going to do some behavior treatment now. Behavior treatment? Okay, it's when people's mental is very important. Basically, a person's psychological state can vary depending on how they think. Coordinate behavior therapy is a form of psychological therapy based on this, which treats the patient's mentally process, and is most effective for social anxiety disorder. Usually when people with social anxiety disorder see someone laugh or get angry, did I make them uncomfortable? I probably look stupid. They have a tendency to automatically think that it's their own fault. I guess I kind of do that. And have a very stiff way of thinking. They put themselves in a box by seeing everything in black and white. If you can't do something perfectly, it's a failure. If someone doesn't like me, it means they hate me. John, don't you think these kind of things make you when you in front of other people? Do I? Most social anxiety disorder patients either have a very stiff mentality. Is it because of me? I have incorrect beliefs. They're probably saying I look stupid. By simply discussing these thoughts in depth, it can really help the patient realize their own thoughts were distorted. After writing all this stuff down, I guess I really did think those kind of things. A lot of times, people think these kind of things totally unconsciously. So they don't even realize that they're thinking them. Then if I just fix my way of thinking somehow, Of course, it takes more than that. Juwan, yeah? Starting now, I want you to brace yourself. We better take a trip down that lane. Oh, I'ma fix you. What? You're joking, right? Are you nervous? Of course. I have a hard time even talking to strangers. How am I supposed to conduct a survey of people on the street? The psychologist famous for this treatment method said he used to never be able to talk to the opposite sex. Albert Ellis. So over the course of a month in a botanical garden, he forced himself to ask 100 women out on a date. Ugh. How do you think it turned out? Thump thump. Only one person said yes, but she didn't even show up to their date. Huh? See? So what? Huh? What does it matter? Did the world come to an end because he talked to 100 girls and they all rejected him? Did he have a heart attack from embarrassment? One of the best ways to overcome anxiety is to repeatedly face the situation you're most afraid of. Confront. This type of psychology therapy is confronting training. Juwan, you don't want to keep being this shy, do you? Nayan's birthday is coming up soon. Just trust me, okay? Okay. So you still haven't told him yet either. What you waiting for? What made you to like that kind of man? It's driving me nuts, you guys. Seriously? Nayan, do you wanna go eat? Is it that hard for him to ask me wanna go out to eat for something? Or he could just come right out and ask me on a date. What kind of man can't even do that? But don't you think Joanne is acting kind of weird lately? Like what? Whenever class ends, he just disappears. I saw John not too long ago, and he was walking around with Miss Yeon. Boom. Who? The one from the counseling center? Yeah, she's like jealous. She's like, I'm jealous. Ching. People handing out flyers or surveys are in a situation that receives the most frequent rejection. Experiencing rejection constantly, it will be an absolute nightmare for someone with social anxiety disorder. However, I know it'll work. It is my own idea, but it's just right to be confronting training. I can't do this anymore. You did way better than I thought. How did you feel as I was shaking too much? People probably thought I was weird. At one point, my voice was shaking so badly. Ugh. Are you sure? What? Hey, what's this? What do you mean? It's you, haha. But why? Just watch for a while. What good would it do? To see myself shaking? You said your face was red and you were shaking, right? To me, you don't look all that different from any of the other people here. People with social anxiety or interpersonal anxiety often worry that they'll shake too much and other people will notice. But actually, when you see it through someone else's eyes, there isn't much of a difference. In the end, it's usually only things that person themselves notice. All right then. Let's move on to the next stage. Free hugs at downtown Myang Station. He like, what? I don't know if I'm ready for that. Oh, the last stage is, do you believe in chakra? What's that, Nayan? Taeyang from the counseling center. He's been avoiding me. And now he's smiling and hanging out with her like that? She's jealous. I got to keep detailed records of the counseling process. I'm sure that a change is occurring. Whenever he's nervous, he covers his mouth. This is what we call safety behavior. It's not good for his treatment, so next time I'll tell him to stop it. And the next plan is, good. I know I can treat him since I'm following the book. Slap. D-Day. Based on the patient's will and insight, cognitive behavior therapy often has dramatic results, but I feel like it's something to do with class. It's something to do with that one class. I feel like it's not people. It's just he feel like his friends feel some type of way about him because something that happened. I don't know. I'm not sure. I might be wrong. Hopefully, you know what? I need to be wrong. Fuck it. I need to be wrong. Often has dramatic results even after just few treatment stations. Hey guys. Hi John. Hey lately. Have you noticed something different about John? Yeah, it's true. Oh, it's John. Nayan, do you have time after class today? Yeah? I can't believe it. I'm saying this. You're a champ, John. Glance. Ooh, somebody just gave him an evil look. I don't know if he's going to be able to confess his feelings for Shorty. Thanks, Young. I presented a present. I asked her I asked her out on a date and didn't shake it off. You didn't ask her out on a date yet. I gotta tell her how I feel today. I've changed. See, somebody just looked at him. That's all it took. And now he like, oh my God. I can't ask Shorty out on a date. Dump. What's wrong? Dump. I thought my anxiety was gone. Is it back? You remember? See, I'm telling y'all, it was something about class. Everybody, all he was remembering is people laughing. Everybody laughing at him in class. Okay, we almost done. We good. We can finish this. We got time. What's wrong? It's back. I'm surprised. Juwan Opa. Huh? Juwan Opa? Where you go? Hey, Yeon, what you doing here? I was just... Everyone's waiting for you because it's your birthday. Let's go. Just a sec. Juwan Opa? Come on. John probably come too. Everyone's waiting, so let's just go. Hey. Juwan Opa? If I just handle John's case well, the professor will probably be surprised. Very impressive. Your case analyst is very clear and logical, huh? Well, Mr. Romanus, are you calling me to report success? Sion, I'm sorry. I know how hard you tried to help me, but I guess I can't be helped. John, I thought I was all right, but suddenly I got scared. What's going on? Step. I thought the treatment had worked. I better talk to him in person. Fine, I need to get his case filed. Slam. Is my daddy here? Did my daddy just enter the chat? My dad, he did. My daddy just entered the chat. Look. Professor. Why don't I have courage? I'm such an idiot. Now, Young probably thinks I'm an idiot too. What should I tell Xion? John. She chasing him now. Hey, where you running away? Why are you running away? She caught his ass like a tiger catching a hyena. Oh! Come here. Huff. Now, just tell me what happened. Well, I'm not sure. I was sure I was all better, but then suddenly, it's okay. Changes usually happen gradually. Just calm down and tell me. How did you feel at the time? Well, unlike usually, I didn't feel anxious. And in the morning when I managed to tell her how I felt, I didn't even shake that much. That means the counseling and the therapy clearly has some kind of effect. Then, these are symptoms of a weak social anxiety. Are you handling this case? Professor, are you back? You back? Sorry, I should have asked you for permission. It's okay. It's not like patients need permission to come here. Plus, I'm sure you only started this because you knew you could handle it. Well, I knew it. I'll give you a hint. Experiencing rejection has a lot of different meanings. Gian, you said you never been rejected by a girl before, right? Yeah, I told you that I never even asked a girl out before. I wasn't thinking big enough. Then have you ever been recently humiliated? Broader meaning. Or mocked by several people? What? When your symptoms get worse, When you came to the university? Oh, wait. Well, doing my first presentation class in first semester? That girl, at the time in that class, I knew it. These symptoms of social anxiety aren't just some kind of vague nervousness. Which class were you in? Who was your professor? They got worse because of very specific experience. I said it. Something happened in the class and he thought everybody was laughing and making fun of him. And now every time somebody look at him and they making a face, and he just instantly think that they laughing at him and making fun of him. Like, damn. And talking about him. Like, oh, my nigga, you ain't, he just like, excuse me, Professor O. Slam. Miss Young. Professor, where's the file for the list of students for the intro to the psych class? It's the red one. Over there. Thank you. Sorry. See you later. Okay. Hey, Juwan. This is class you took 2 years ago. Look carefully. She's a model student. She did everything almost exactly by the book. But in this patient class, that probably won't be enough. What are you doing? What are you going to do, Miss Young? What are you going to do, girl? Okay. I'm going to do this last chapter, then we're going to talk about it. 2 years later. 2 years earlier. On this point, this is what I think. To put simply, there are so many presentation classes in the university. My stomach is uncomfortable because I know I'm nervous. Glance. Why are there so many girls in this class? Next is John Yeon. All right. He went up in his stomach. Thank you for that, John. You seem very nervous, though. He's shaking so much, it almost makes me feel like I'm shaking, too. Ha 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 ha. I was afraid he might shake so much that he'll drop his papers. I know you're a freshman, and you may not be used to the presentations yet. Look at him blushing. But there's nothing to be nervous about. That goes for all of you. Everyone's making fun of me. Why am I like this? And at the time, I think this girl was in the very first row. I knew it. I remember now. And Nayoung was also in the class too. For an introverted person, suffering humiliation in front of an audience is more painful experience than you think. Depending on the case, it can be even more shocking than being rejected by a certain person. And basically, it's like their experience of rejection, their existence itself. I never learned about this in the textbook. What should I do, Professor? I think the memories in his subconscious from that time caused him to feel anxious when he happened to see that girl who was sitting in the first front row. I should have done more relaxed counseling with him before. Very impressive. How much faster than I thought she'd be. Of course, I did give you a good hint. But I don't know what I should do. Bragging versus not listening. But he's listening. All right, that was a good hint. Because she wasn't listening. He was bragging, she wasn't listening, and she was like, oh, that was a good hint. Does Joanne unconsciously think that students from that time are still making fun of him? The most important ideal treatment here would be to help him realize that he's just imagining all that. But it's not like we can meet every student from that class. Looks like just following the textbook won't solve this. One could say that seeking any possible method for treatment is true skill. Bring me the list of students from that class. He like, I'm gonna get them together and I'm just gonna let them know. Look, we was not laughing at you. All right, we laughed then. We not laughing at you now. Hey, you cool? We became friends. High five. Boop. Look at that. We high fiving each other and shit. We friends. Friend. I'm full friend. Mumble. What's going on? You got a call too? Yeah, they're doing some kind of experiment. Remember we took that introduction to psychology course 2 years ago? Yeah, it's an experiment on the students who were in that class. Ugh, this is annoying. Still, if the department is running this, they'll probably give us a participation fee, right? Now, let's start the experiment. What are you talking about? I told you to gather the students from your class 2 years ago. But, Professor, there were over 100 students in that class. Professor, what could be reason to make them gather again? Starting now, I'll be performing this experiment as a part of a longitude study. It's a research that takes place over a long period of time. Some research topics in psychology require observation and investigation of the same test subjects over decades. In these cases, the participants are gathered again every few years in order to proceed with the experiment. The skills to not only find a variety of treatment methods for patients, but also to have courage to apply them when needed, are only found in experienced psychologists and counselors. Starting now, I'll explain the concept of the experiment survey. Okay. We're gonna fix you, my mans. We finna fix him, and then we're gonna talk about this. Y'all ready? Out of the total of 116, the 87 students gathered are the ones that took Professor Sink's O's Introduction to Psychology course 2 years ago. Minus any students taking a semester off doing military service or on exchange. First of all, I'd like to apologize for the sudden request. To participate in this experiment now, let me explain it to you. Who's that professor? He's kind of hot. Don't you know him? He's pretty famous. Wow, we're making some money. Sweet. On the paper that I'm about to hand out, there are a total of 4 faces. Was a student one of the ones who took Professor O course 2 years ago? Among them, there may be or may not be a student mixed in who took the course with you 2 years ago. Please indicate a scale of 1 to 7 how certain you are as to whether the student in each picture was in the class. And if the person in the picture was in the class, please describe what kind of impression of them remains in your memory. He's sitting over there like, oh, they gonna say they didn't like me. For social anxiety, you got to break the person's delusion about how they think other people see them. For this reason, the quickest method is to gather all the students like this and directly check. But Professor, what if the results come out in a way that we hadn't expected? Well then, good work. Please handle your questionnaires and remain seated until I hand out your participation awards. Oh my goodness, give me good results. Rattle Creek. Mutter. Why would he gather all the students together? Who laughed at me on that day? Obviously, there's no way that they couldn't remember me. Yeah, they was laughing. They was chuckling. He like, I can't believe this. They was over there acting crazy, laughing at me, and look at them in here acting like they don't remember. They remember. I know they remember. They know. I seen them. Wait, on that questionnaire before? All right. Where? Who? Already. Wait, so that guy was in my class too? Thank you. Good work. I'm sure it felt like everyone was mocking you, and they were whispering about you behind your back. But that girl, that's just your imagination. In fact, the students didn't even remember you were in that class. That professor has the worst taste in clothes. Come on, it's not that bad. I've got a bland date after class. Really? There will be another poor victim again. In the eyes of regular people, social anxiety patients seem exceedingly timid and like they're too concerned about what other people think. But this is the result of incorrect beliefs and habits formed over a long period of time. So it's not something that can be fixed with a short conversation persuasion. People see the world through the eyes of their own beliefs, but if necessary, we must be able to correct those beliefs for other people. Slide. No, somebody did me. Somebody remember she said, yes, very certain. He seemed clumsy and kind of goofy. Oh, I knew it. He can be frustrating, doesn't speak his mind, and is too timid to ask someone out for lunch. Oh, she just went in on him. She's like, now ask me out for lunch. But he's kind, thoughtful, and seems like a good person. Oh, now you better go ask that girl out. That was so cute. Now, Young, Slam. What's going on? What's up with them? Is he gonna ask her out or something? Nah, no way. What is it? Thump. Crap. Why I jump up like this? What should I do? There are so many people around. What have I done? Thump, thump, thump. Wish. Free hugs. He remembered. Now, Young, can we get something to eat together? Oh, he did it! He did it, y'all. Oh, everybody cried. Y'all see the tears in my eye. Oh my goodness, he did it. He asked her out. He is so stupid. Sure. But if you don't show up again this time, you're dead meat. Oh, assistant Young's case found #1. The case of university student Yeon suffering from male social anxiety and IBS. I can't understand it. How can they communicate so inefficiently? Ha ha ha. Experience anxiety in front of other people is one of the most common types of behavior in Korean society, where people are so concerned about what others think. Have those two students start out the questionnaires and have them on my desk by tonight. Yes, Professor. The Fed calls for the science to look cool, and the thought I'm not perfect can be greater and more painful than you think. But as long as we're humans, no one can be perfect. It is well known that many psychological disorders can be treated by simply acknowledging these facts about oneself. And even giant social anxiety seems like it will be completely cured with a few additional cognitive behavioral treatment sessions. Case closed. Additional cognitive behavior treatment session. Whew, all done. In the end, Professor Frost ended up dealing with most of it. And Jeon overcome his problem himself. Did I even do anything? Way to go, Seeing. You got too confident. Let your guard down. What are you still doing here? Professor, I thought you left. I'm almost done sorting out this information. I'll just fix up the report and give it to you in the morning. You know, once even I had my first counseling case. Professor? Of course, I wasn't quite at your level, obviously. So then, how was your first case, Professor? Well, in my first case, I got some help too. I should have known. Who helped you? Was it Professor Chun? Nope. It was Professor Shu, and that's why she don't like his ass. I just seen the fucking flashback. Boop, hit you in the back, and you make it whack. Hit that like, subscribe button, and leave it comment down below. If you feel like, that's only if you feel like it, you know. Only if you feel like it. Meanwhile, I will be here each and every day, showing up. Don't know why. You might not want me here, but hey, we here.